The sea does not reward those who are too anxious, too greedy, or too impatient. One should lie empty, open, choiceless as a beach, waiting for a gift from the sea. These are the words by Annie Morrow Lindbergh, who was an American author and an accomplished pilot.
Maritime laws helps to maintain safety and security at sea. They set forth regulations for vessel construction, equipment and operation, aiming to prevent accidents, protect human life, and safeguard the marine environment.
Today, we have assembled on this virtual platform for the 18th International Seminar on Maritime Law and Overview of Legal and Regulatory Framework organized by Kerala Law Academy Law College in association with the Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research, KLA Center for Environmental Science and Law, and IQAC KLA.
Kerala Law Academy Law College, a distinguished legal institution founded in 1966, stands as a beacon of excellence in legal education, consultancy, research, and innovative legal advancements. The Academy Law Review, since its inauguration in 1977, has garnered international acclaim. We take pride in hosting multiple global conferences and workshops addressing pertinent issues. Fortunately, we have had the honor of welcoming eminent legal scholars and other dignitaries from the legal arena who have graced us with their participation as judges, speakers, panel members, and more.
I extend a warm greeting to all those currently in attendance on this special occasion today. We are fortunate to have many distinguished individuals joining us on this digital platform.
Before we begin our valedictory session to this event, let's spend a moment in silence to cherish the memory of our beloved late Dr. N. Narayanan Nair sir, founder, Kerala Law Academy Law College, who is the godfather of this legacy.
Thank you all. We have Professor Dr. Ajita Nair L. Ma'am, Professor, Kerala Law Academy Law College, who is a remarkable academician and an outstanding educator. From the bottom of my heart, I invite Professor Dr. Ajita Nair L. Ma'am to officially welcome our guests into this valedictory session. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Ananda. Respected distinguished dignitaries on and off the virtual days, teachers, non-teaching staffs, students, participants, and all other ladies and gentlemen, a very delightful good evening to all. In this nice evening, we all are gathering here to witness the valedictory session of the 18th International Seminar on Maritime Law, an overview of legal and regulatory framework organized by Kerala Law Academy in association with Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research, Kerala Law Academy Center for Environmental Science and Law, and also with the IQAC KLA. Maritime law is a body of rules, conventions, and treaties which govern private maritime business and also certain nautical matters. The origin of maritime law has been traced back to ancient Egypt because during that period, countries like Egypt, Greece, and Rome engaged in seaborne trade and business. So it was the need of that situation to develop maritime law. Hugo Grotius has been regarded as the father of maritime law. He, in his book, Mare Liberum, published in 1609, stated that sea is international territory where all nations are free to use. At international level, International Maritime Organization is there, which is responsible to evolve or formulate the rules and the regulations regarding the maritime activities. Maritime law is also known as Admiralty law, but a slight difference between these two terms. Admiralty law is a narrower concept, whereas maritime law is wider concept, which covers registration, license, and protection of maritime environment, and so on. In the present world of technological development, maritime law has gained much more importance. So the international seminar would no doubt give more insights into the depth of maritime law. In this valedictory session, my duty is to deliver welcome address to all the distinguished guests who are forming part of the session. Let me enter into my duty by memorizing our great guru, Dr. N. Narayan Nair Sir, founder and the first director of this prestigious institution. First, Professor Dr. Shantakumar Sir is Provost Director IC, School of Maritime Policy and Administration, Gujarat Maritime University. He is a profound scholar in environmental law and human rights and has written many books in these areas. He has also published a number of articles in national as well as international journals on contemporary legal issues. So we are so proud to have you with us in this session, sir, to deliver valedictory address. So I extend to you, sir, a very warm and gracious welcome to this function.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Next, Mr. Nanu Vishwanathan, sir, who is the Chief Editor of Maritime Business Bulletin and also the Chairman of Blue Economy, Maritime Trade and Law. He is also the Chairman of World Malayali Council and also the Chairman of various other forums which are functioning at global level. He is also an excellent academician, entrepreneur, management consultant. So we are so lucky to have such an eminent personality with us to deliver special address in this session. So I extend you, sir, a warm and genial welcome to this function on behalf of Kerala Law Academy Law College, on behalf of me, and also on behalf of all those who are present here. Next, I extend a warm welcome to Advocate Shalini AP, Assistant Professor, Kerala Law Academy Law College, and also one of the co-conveners of this seminar. She will be delivering the vote of thanks in this session. Next, Advocate Nagaraj Narayan Sir, the Director of Kerala Law Academy Law College, and also the member of Bar Council of Kerala, and also the special government pleader in environmental issues in the High Court of Kerala. He is a man of having excellent knowledge in different aspects of law. He is a man of having noble ideas. He is an ardent lover of nature and environment. So we are lucky to have such a great personality as our director. So I extend to you, sir, a very warm and earnest welcome to this function. Next, Professor K. Anil Kumar sir, Director, Administration, Student and Faculty Affairs. Sir is so precious to our institution. It is his brain behind the organization of all the events conducted in our institution. He is an excellent mentor, guide, and motivator to all of us. So I extend to you, sir, a warm and affable welcome to this function. Professor K. Harindran sir, the principal of Kerala Law Academy Law College. He is an energetic principal who is providing all the necessary help in organizing and conducting all the events in our institution. So I extend you, sir, a warm and amiable welcome to this function. Professor G. Anil Kumar sir, the Vice Principal, Kerala Law Academy Law College. We feel the touch of Professor G. Anil Kumar in all the activities conducted in the institution. He is so active, and I extend a warm welcome to Professor G. Anil Kumar sir. I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Dakshina Saraswati, who is the assistant professor of Kerala Law Academy Law College, and also the General Secretary of Mood Board Society, and also one of the co-conveners of this seminar. She is the leading figure in organizing all the events in our institution. I extend a warm welcome to Advocate Priya M.K., Assistant Professor, Kerala Law Academy Law College, and she is the convener of this seminar. I also extend a warm welcome to all the dedicated teachers, students, participants, and also the excellent IT team KLA. I also extend a warm welcome to student conveners, Arya MA, Roshni, Sharmada, Lakshmi Ramesh, Nandakishore, Megha, Rishikesh. I also extend a warm welcome to student moderators, Gauri and Anunanda. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to all those who are becoming part of this session. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The law of the sea is more than a body of rules developed to facilitate maritime commerce. It's a code of ethics designed to promote international cooperation and ensure the sustainable use of our oceans. We are honored to have Professor Dr. S. Shantakumar sir. He serves as the Director, Gujarat National Law University, bringing nearly 30 years of teaching experience from esteemed institutions, including Hidayatullah National Law University. Additionally, Professor Shantakumar currently holds the position of Director at Gujarat Maritime University and has been appointed as President of Gujarat International Maritime Arbitration Center. It is with great pleasure and joy that I extend a warm welcome to Professor Dr. S. Shantakumar sir to address the valedictory session. Sir, please.
Thank you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are.
Thank you. Shri Nanu Viswanathanji, Chief Editor of Maritime Business Bulletin and a good friend in the maritime sector, who had been guiding not only me and my faculty members, but also the university on maritime issues. Mr. Nagaraj Narayan, Director, KLA Law College, Professor Dr. Ajita Nair, Professor at Kerala Law Academy Law College, Ms. Shalini, Assistant Professor at KLA Law College, especially Ms. Priya M.K., Assistant Professor of Kerala Law Academy, and because of whose persistent efforts I am here today in spite of very, very difficult time. So thanks, Priya, for giving me this opportunity and for ensuring that I joined this valedictory session on time. All the other distinguished guests, invitees, faculty members of Kerala Law Academy and other law schools, and distinguished scholars in maritime law, the wonderful students who are keen to know something on this new branch of law. Not a new branch of law, which is becoming a recently popular branch of law. All those students who have joined in this conference. I deem it a great honor and privilege to appear before all of you today at the KLA conference on maritime law to discuss a topic that resonates deeply with the essence of global trade and the seas that connect us all. It's the maritime law. We all know that the ocean covers more than 70% of the surface of our planet. It's hard to imagine that about 97% of Earth's water can be found in our ocean. But in spite of this, I can only say that we are sea blind. That many of us do not know what's happening in that 70% of the Earth's surface, which is covered by ocean. If you look at the kind of trade that's happening through the sea route, the international shipping industry is responsible for the carriage of around 90% of the world trade. Shipping is the lifeblood of the global economy. Approximately 95% of India's foreign trade, it happens through sea routes. But in spite of that, it's very sad to note that not many are aware of this particular sector. So therefore, I feel that conferences like this will promote awareness about this particular subject. And to that effect, I must place on record my sincere appreciations to the Kerala Law Academy and especially the organizing team of this conference in bringing in experts together to speak on this subject so that the younger generation which is currently attending this program are completely informed of the opportunities in this sector, the challenges in this sector, and and various other uh, uh, opportunities that this sector can, career opportunities that this sector can provide to all the wonderful law students who have assembled here. If you look at the maritime sector, like what do we mean by the maritime sector? The maritime sector in India, it comprises of ports, shipping, shipbuilding and ship repair, and inland water transport systems. By inland water transport systems, I think, I do not know how many of you have visited the Calcutta port, which is an inland port. And the Ministry of Shipping is the nodal central agency administering the issues related to the maritime sector. If you look at the coastline of India, India has very, very long coastline, almost close to 7,500 kilometers. India has 13 major ports and about 200 minor ports along the coastline and in other islands. When I say major ports are the ports which are administered by the union government, and while non-major ports are administered by the state governments. India, with its vast coastline, has had an intrinsic relationship with maritime activities since ancient times. It's not something new to India. India had been a pioneer in maritime activities since ancient times. The evolution of maritime law in our country has been a journey marked by the fusion of tradition and modernity. I'll come to it later. The legal framework governing maritime affairs in India today is built upon a foundation of historical significance and a progressive legislation. Many of you, if you have been following recent things, especially people who have the habit of reading newspapers, very recently, 2 weeks back, India was hosting the Global Maritime Summit at Mumbai. And the Union Minister for Ports and Shipping, Shri Sarbananda Sonowal, he was mentioning that the investment opportunities worth more than 10 trillion have been identified in India's maritime sector. And he was also emphasizing that India's maritime sector is on the cusp of significant growth and India can actually lead from the front. And according to him, with identified investment opportunities exceeding 10 lakh crores of rupees, the sector has the potential to generate employment for over 15 lakh youth in India. This is what he mentioned. And he also mentioned the government's commitment to establishing a 5,000 kilometers of multi-country waterways facilitating trade and transportation in the region. So why I'm telling this is to place before you the sea of opportunities. I'll not use the word of opportunity. It's a sea of opportunities that's there before the younger generation of students who should right now take a call to venture into this sector. And I know you have the benefit of having people like Mr. Nanu Viswanathan at your place who can guide all of you. In fact, I am very fortunate to share this session with Shri Nanu. If you look at it, traditionally most ports in the world are owned by public sector. But you will see that in the recent years, privatization of port facilities and services are gaining momentum. But why it is important for us? Why it is important that we need to talk about privatization? It's important for us because privatization brings in lots of advantages in terms of bringing in a lot of job opportunities for the younger generation. So you see that recently in India, there is an enabling policy framework which has been put in place by the government as a step towards encouraging more and more public-private partnership ventures in this domain. Areas that have been opened up to the private sector on BOT basis, it includes construction of cargo handling berths and dry docks, container terminals, and warehousing facilities and ship repair facilities, all these things. And being in Trivandrum, I think all of you are aware of the developments that's happening in and around in Trivandrum and in other regions of the country. The shipping services in India, they are exactly patterned similar to the global shipping services. As I mentioned earlier, 95% of India's international trade happens through the sea route. I don't know how many of you are aware of this fact. 95% of India's trade happens through the sea route. Whatever we have today in our offices, in our home, must have traveled through the sea route to reach your homes. So the type of ships that is engaged in India's overseas trade, it includes dry cargo liners, it includes cellular container ships, dry cargo bulk carriers, you have oil tankers, you have passenger cum cargo vessels, you have acid carriers, steamer carriers, LPG carriers, lots of things like that. The shipping industry, it also caters to the requirements of coastal trade and offshore supply vessels for organizations, PSUs like ONGC and GAIL, the Gas Authority of India Limited. India has one of the largest merchant shipping fleet among the developing countries and is ranked 20th in the world. India's shipping industry is globally competitive in terms of financing and operating costs. Despite advances in recent years and despite adequate capacity and handling facilities at Indian ports, there are certain challenges, like the average turnaround time in case of Indian ports is much higher. For example, in case in India, it is 300. It is almost close to 4 days compared to the average turnaround time of about 10 hours in Hong Kong. Similar is the case with certain other performance indicators like crane productivity, container evacuation rate, when compared to world-class ports like Singapore, Rotterdam, etc. So this actually undermines the competitiveness of Indian ports. Since the ports are not adequately linked to the hinterland, the evacuation of cargo is slow, leading to congestion. To this end, all port trusts have actually set up various groups with representatives from the National Highway Authority of India, the railways, and the state governments to prepare a comprehensive plan aimed at improving the road rail connectivity of the ports. And the NHAI has taken up port connectivity as a major component of the National Highways Development Project, which all these things, why I am saying is just to sensitize all of you about the kind of activities which is happening in the maritime sector. And when you look at the legislations, the Merchant Shipping Act remains the cornerstone of the Indian maritime legislation, governing crucial aspects such as registration, safety, and the crew welfare aboard the ships. The Admiralty Act, interestingly, we have a new Admiralty Act, which was some 100 years back, which was originally the Admiralties Act originally conferred jurisdiction only on 3 high courts in India. The Madras, Bombay, and Calcutta high courts had this Admiralty jurisdiction. But thanks to this new Admiralty Act 2017, Now, under this act, which came into force from 1st April 2018, now all the high courts of all the coastal states have been conferred with admiralty jurisdiction, which means lawyers practicing in Kerala will have the opportunity to practice on the admiralty side of the High Court of Kerala. This is because of the Admiralty Act of 2017. So, supplementing these acts, there are certain other acts which maritime law encompasses, like the Indian Ports Act, which delineates the rights and responsibilities of ports in India, among other significant regulations. Now, if you look at the core principles governing maritime law, it encapsulates various facets of the maritime industry, from cargo handling and ship registration to dispute resolution and environmental protection. These principles form the bedrock of legal proceedings in the maritime domain. Ensuring the rights of seafarers and mitigating environmental risks are integral components of maritime law. In today's globalized world, maritime law faces an array of challenges. Issues like piracy, maritime security threats, environmental concerns, and the complex interplay of technological advancements pose significant hurdles. India, through its strategic policies and collaborations, is trying to actively address these challenges to ensure the sustainable growth of its maritime sector. If you look at the landscape of maritime law, you will see that in recent times, the landscape of maritime law has become very dynamic, evolving with the changing tide of technological advancement and global trade patterns. And recent amendments emphasizing digitalization, changes in arbitration procedures, and alignment with international standards demonstrates India's commitment to fostering a robust and adaptive legal framework. As the provost of Gujarat Maritime University, I am proud to state that our university, the Gujarat Maritime University, plays a pivotal role in advancing the understanding and practicing of maritime law. So there are two maritime universities, public universities in the country. One is the Indian Maritime University based at Chennai, and this is the Gujarat Maritime University at Gujarat. Through our educational programs, through our cutting-edge research and collaborations with industry and government bodies, we aim to produce professionals who are equipped to navigate the complex seas of maritime. The Indian maritime sector has been consistently exhibiting strong growth and is slated to be the maritime market of the future. We recognize that. And therefore, with this objective of being a global center of excellence in maritime education, research and development, the Gujarat Maritime University was established by the government of Gujarat through its Gujarat Maritime Board, which commenced its voyage from the year 2019. And Gujarat Maritime University has been set up to provide a fillip to the strong growth exhibited by the Indian maritime sector and to harness the bright opportunities that it promises by bridging the knowledge gap across the value chain of maritime industry. It is poised to play a key role in creating a source of trained human resource for the maritime sector with its highly industry-oriented curriculum. Focusing on the needs of the industry, the degree programs and other short-term executive development programs offered at Gujarat Maritime University, it facilitates and promotes maritime studies, training, research of subjects, including logistics, chartering, ship finance, shipbroking, maritime law, maritime history, shipping trade, environmental studies, and other related areas. So the niche subject of international maritime law is a whole world in itself, offering diverse professional avenues to contribute and cater to international and national needs. It serves to create an environment for smooth trade flow alongside global frontiers through the most cost-effective mode of transport, which is shipping. Taking up a legal profession in this specialty of international maritime law requires one to be adept with everything maritime, that is, matters related to the marine areas, the seas and the ocean, such as natural resources, including fisheries, marine life, and oil and natural gas found therein, as well as ships and people serving and traveling on the ships. So in doing so, a maritime legal professional may interface with the study of international law and national law, because the marine areas which harbor critical resources and are used for transporting around 90% of the global trade lie within and beyond national jurisdiction. As a maritime lawyer, you will interact with the private and public facets of law, because the determination of what is national is affected by the public and private interests in the maritime sector. The public aspect is commonly referred to as the law of the sea, while the private aspect is the shipping law. Often, shipping operations are not carried out by ship owners themselves, but by charterers. Also, ships may only be one of the many modes of transport for a consignment to reach a customer. These equations display professional opportunities for maritime lawyers in assisting ship charterers, freight forwarders, multimodal transport operators, etc. Also, in the carriage of goods by sea, the rights and liabilities of stakeholders are complex. This is because the responsibility and possession of goods, which may characteristically be perishable, non-perishable, hazardous, noxious, or flammable, needs to be ascertained through shipping documents such as the bill of lading, charter parties, multimodal transport documents, international conventions, etc. So in this direction, a maritime lawyer will also interact with international commercial terms adopted by the International Chamber of Commerce, which harmonize international trade by providing the costs, risks, and liabilities of these stakeholders. Further, a maritime lawyer actually contributes to ascertain the rights and liabilities of a ship, or a cargo owner, or a master, or agent of a ship, where maritime emergencies and accidents occur, and even in determining the incentives for the saving of an endangered ship under the law of salvage. While salvage is a recourse during danger, the law of towage is another subspecialty of a maritime lawyer to aid in contractual towing of a vessel by another, irrespective of danger. Further, a maritime lawyer utilizes the law of pilotage to assist a ship's entry into specified areas by a person that is a pilot with specialized knowledge of the local condition and navigational hazards in that area. So importantly, where shipping disputes arise, such as an ownership, salvage, towage, hiring or maritime labor or liabilities for environmental damage, there may accrue a maritime claim. To secure any such claim, the concerned ship may be subjected to arrest. Ship arrests are executed through recourse to judicial mechanisms within the countries, and maritime lawyers play a vital role in this respect. Further, maritime matters may be resolved through alternative dispute resolution mechanisms such as arbitration, conciliation, etc., which also amplify professional possibilities for maritime lawyers. So that is the reason why, as a university, the Gujarat Maritime University had set up its own maritime arbitration center. We have created a world-class facility called the Gujarat International Maritime Arbitration Center to provide the facility to the stakeholders to come and resolve their disputes amicably with the GMAC. So from the birth to the death of a ship, high costs, responsibilities, and liabilities overwhelm the shipping industry, and the role of maritime lawyers in marine insurance towards such financial liabilities is material. Marine insurance may be applicable to the cargo, ship, its hull and machinery, as well as third-party claims of seafarers or environmental liabilities, among others. Additionally, maritime lawyers continue to play a pivotal role in accurately applying the limitation of liability regime in the shipping sector to enable ship owners and operators to limit their liability to a sum regardless of the actual amount of the claim brought for the damage or loss cost. Maritime lawyers have a versatile role to play in the maritime sector, and their contribution may be through diverse avenues. Opportunities may be explored in legal roles within the government, which are not only restricted to legal positions within the ministries or departments focusing on external affairs, but also those administrations, especially dealing with ports or maritime or shipping or marine environment, or fisheries or fishing or pollution prevention or maritime security or enforcement concerns, among others. Also, legal roles within various classification societies or organizations which assist governments in service, certifications and inspections within the maritime sector are also a career avenue for people who are interested in this field. So apart from that, one may also be interested in working with the corporate law firms specializing in international trade and shipping law or proceeding independently. So there are career possibilities within the specialization of shipbuilding and ship recycling industries, legal positions in shipping, ship owning, ship managing, chartering or freight forwarding companies, or those involved in multimodal transport or other logistics or offshore operations, or the cruise industry may also be explored. Also, there are prospects in the marine insurance sector with protection and indemnity clubs and companies offering other maritime services such as salvage, towage, etc. Similarly, you have plenty of opportunities in international organizations such as the UN, the International Maritime Organization, the IMO, International Labour Organization, ILO, the Food and Agriculture Organization, the United Nations Commission on International Trade Law, the WTO, International Seabed Authority, and various other institutions. And since the peaceful settlement of disputes is a pertinent matter of interest to the maritime industry, maritime lawyers may be well placed to assess the International Court of Justice, International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea, or the Permanent Court of Arbitration, which deal with maritime matters on various occasions. Similarly, we see a lot of arbitration centers that regularly deal with maritime disputes, such as the Singapore International Arbitration Center, which has its separate chamber for maritime disputes, the London Court of International Arbitration. They all so we have also set up the Gujarat International Maritime Arbitration Center. All these centers creates opportunities. And besides, non-governmental and industry organizations may also provide prospects to maritime lawyers, such as the Baltic and International Maritime Council called BIMCO, International Chamber of Shipping, International Chamber of Commerce, and various other organizations. So, in conclusion, I would want to conclude by telling that the significance of a robust legal framework and the sea of opportunities in the maritime industry cannot be overstated. The seas connect nations, facilitate trade, and uphold a delicate ecological balance. It is imperative that we all need to continue to work collaboratively, bridging the gaps and fortifying the legal structures to ensure a sustainable and prosperous maritime future. I think I have made use of this opportunity to adequately sensitize the younger audience who are listening to this, who are participating in this conference, about the various career opportunities that are available in this sector, and therefore it is high time that all of you need to come out of this sea blindness and start looking at the maritime industry, look for career opportunities in this wonderful area, so that India has a trained human resource to deal with all challenges that's happening in the maritime sector. So thank you so much for your attention, and I look forward to engaging with all of you in further discussion on this vital subject, maybe sometime personally. I wish to be on your campus and interact with all of you. I'm sure that Mr. Nanu Vishwanathan will facilitate that interaction with all of you, especially young minds, want to tell them about the opportunities that are available. In fact, when I was a student, I was never exposed to the kind of opportunity the maritime sector had. But today I see plenty of opportunities, and I want to ensure that an adequate exposure is given to the students. I must appreciate the KLA Law College of thinking differently in identifying new emerging areas of law where they feel that their students can make a good career in. So I must appreciate KLA Law College for taking up this topic for organizing an international conference. And I should also thank the organizing team for inviting me and for giving me this platform to interact with all of you. This is such a wonderful opportunity, and I wish you all the best. And I look forward to engaging with you continuously in future as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. Today, we are in the presence of eminent personality, Nanu Vishwanathan, sir, a globally proven academician, entrepreneur, and management consultant with more than 25 years of successful practical experience in international shipping, logistics, maritime trade, blue economy, multiple sectors of management, including professional training, international and maritime law, legal consultancy, arbitration, and journalism. He is the chief editor of Maritime Business Bulletin. It is indeed a great honor to extend a warm welcome to Nanu Vishwanathan, sir, for the special address. Sir, please.
Hi. Good evening, one and all. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
To be frank, I'm very much happy to join with this program, because more than joining this program, the Trivandrum Law Academy is highly important in our life. After my son Gautam Visham's +2 completion, +2 pass, I sent a shiny boy to Trivandrum Law Academy. After 5 years, the India's #1 legal education center, that the Trivandrum Law Academy, given back to me a gift like an eminent lawyer. And now Gautam Visham is a student of the Gujarat Maritime University. If I say the #1 maritime university ever I have seen in the world. I have got the chance to travel many places and visited to that many universities, and I have got the chance to that visit the Gujarat Maritime University, and more than 10 days I spent on there, one of the topest maritime university with excellent arrangements of that, the museum, excellent arrangements of that, the library, and all the faculty, all other facilities and everything on there. Mr. Shantakumar sir is at here. Really, sir, I'm very much proud of when I have seen you are at here. And I think that you are almost covered the most of the part of that, the shipping and the multiple sectors of the maritime trade and industry. Anyway, first of all, the honorable management of that, the Law Academy, directors, principal, faculties, administrative staff, students, one and all, because I told that we are very much committed to that, the family, because tomorrow, whatever the things we are getting in our hand, in our family, its major portions, its preparation has given from that, the Trivandrum Law Academy. In our life, in our entire life, Trivandrum Law Academy has that much of what it is called importance on there. Thank you for inviting me, the Trivandrum Law Academy, and at the same time, that the second hour, what it is, Shantakumar sir, I don't know how to talk about that, your speech. I know that your experience, I have got the grace of chance to interact with you 3-4 times, and your passion to build up that the maritime world, bringing that the students to that, the youngsters to that, the maritime sector, bringing that the various versatiles and the faculties from the multiple sectors of the maritime from the world to that, the university, to giving an excellent teach on that the class. I also hear that the another that the respective that Adisar, moderators, students, and all the dignitaries and other scholars, everybody watching this program from the various sectors of that, the globe and India and Kerala. First of all, I'm thank you. My namaskaram, എല്ലാവർക്കും എൻ്റെ നമസ്കാരം, നന്ദി അറിയിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഞാൻ ആദ്യം, first of all, I would like to give a small video how the maritime sector is working. This is very small video. Okay, how that the ocean maritime sector, shipping, navigation, and everything is working. So I will give a brief video about this one. Subsequently, I will give that a brief idea. The life of that, what it is called, the world is moving through that, the maritime, because why we say that the 71% of the ocean and the 29% of the land, which is giving that the 90% connected with the air, with the help of the multimodal transportation. The world transportation is happening. That world transportation is that the giving that the life and bread and butter for that the entire society in the world, that it is that we have seen in the last COVID pandemic situations. So we are just entering to a small video for getting that our youngsters, young bloods, the students, and the youngsters who wants to enter to that the industry, for getting a brief awareness about that the maritime sector. So please watch this video. Hello, can you hear me, please?
Yes, sir. You're
Yes, sir.
audible.
Why I have given such a type of that one video on there? Okay, today morning onwards that we are discussing about the multiple sectors of that maritime law. So everybody can enter to the maritime law, maritime arbitration, shipping, logistics, supply chain management, customs, and international institutions, International Court of Justice, BIMCO, P&A Club, marine insurance, and all the part. It is not a big issue. The only thing is that you need to understand what is that the real maritime sector, how it is connected with our day-to-day life. What are the various sectors? Because I just, Adul, can you take me one more presentation? I'm just entering to that one presentation also, 2 minutes. See, here. Right. No. Okay, here I am showing that the Earth. This is our planet. Out of that, this planet one we are taking, 71% of the planet is that the water, and the 29% that is that the land. The 71% of the ocean and the 29% of the land that is spread in a 7 continent and the 5 oceans. When these 5 oceans and 21% of the land and the sky blendedly, if we can understand, you can very easily study about the maritime sector. Normally, our society, a less percentage is only explored the real opportunities of the maritime sectors. Even though we have a long maritime history, the maritime history of that India has given to the Rigveda. Then after 1498, that the Portuguese came, that the Vasco da Gama, then French, Dutch, then East India Company, British, then what? Even though we had lost that the freedom through that the sea, our society's knowledge and exploration about that the maritime sector is very poor. The maritime sector, you can learn likewise. We have to divide the maritime sector likewise. You have to learn a basic about the geography of the land. That means a geographical study about the land, 21%. Then just enter to about the ocean, then to the sea, river, estuary, lake, likewise. The 5 oceans, how these 5 oceans we are using, or how we can use these 5 oceans. About this one, you have to study through the oceanography. If you want to know about that a little bit about that, how that the depth and all these things, you have to just enter to little bit in the hydrography. If you want to know little bit about that, how to design that the ship and all these things, a fundamental knowledge, you will get an idea about this one from that ship designing or the naval architects. Because the maritime sector is connected with the ocean, oceanography, hydrography, ship designing, ship repairing, ship building, ship maintenance, recycling. That is, you can take another part. From there to you can understand that the other part of, there are from the small ferry to that boat to that the ship to vessel, everything is moving from the water. So you need to know about the navigation. If you getting that a small idea, a little bit idea about, you can easily handling its a legal part also. That is the navigation. Then through that, the ocean, okay, how to protect that the ocean, how to safeguard, okay, or if you want to use that MARPOL, oil pole, all such type of that, the pollution related, how you have to little bit understand that the environmental factors of or environmental study about this one. And another thing also related to the ocean, fishing is there. Then another part we have to that the Shandomar sir is very clearly told the 95% of the world trade is happening through the ocean. That means you can understand how much trade, logistics, supply chain management, customs, cargo handling, export import, cargo insurance, and banking. Another type of that the arbitration, contracts, likewise that how much that the big subjects are coming on there. So the trade related that aspect you have to learn how what is cargo, what are the different type of cargo, how to pack the cargo, how to mark the cargo, how to label the cargo, how to make agreement, how to make the contract, and if there is a breach of contract, how to use that the breach of contract case, and how to file the suit. All these case you have to little bit you have to learn the logistics and supply chain management. Then moving that the cargo from one place to another place, there is a chance to get that. Sometimes there is an accident or damage. You have to little bit understand that the marine insurance on there. If there is, okay, then there is a seafarers or that the maritime laborers. Okay, if you want to know that about the International Labor Convention, learn little about that. Why I is saying on such a way, if you know about that a little bit about the ocean, how its navigation is happening, how the ship is making, how that this contract is going, how the ship finance is going, how that the ship that what is the depth of that the sea is calculating, how the Coast Guard is working, how that the Navy is working, if you are getting, or how the trade is happening, how the logistics is happening, how the multimodal transportation is happening, how the Customs Act is happening, or how using, how the Tariff Act is using, or law of the sea is using, UNCLOS how is using, SOLAS how is using, carriage of goods by sea act like this. It's very easy to, you can enter to that the what it is called maritime sector. Now it has too much importance. Why I am saying that it has too much importance? The world is moving to in a ocean-based economy. Simply we all call that the blue economy. In addition to this one, that if we check that India is behind to that the blue economy or the ocean economy, and India government is already declared that we are expecting to build a maritime nation or the development nation in 2040. With the object of this one, India is developing Sagarmala, already declared in 2016, Bharatmala, National Logistics Policy, Sagarmala for developing that what is called the existing port, constructing new port, and Bharatmala is making that the connectivity, and the National Logistics Policy is based on that how we can reduce that the logistics cost, PM Gati Shakti, Sagar Suraksha, likewise that many projects are the government is implementing. And after that, the COVID, you can understand that you can find that from the global base, a large number of companies are coming to India. So this is the time. Already the time, we have lost a lot of time. Now this is the time of us. We have to move what it is called in a fresh way to explore that the maritime sectors. While we coming to that, the Kerala also, in Vizhinjam Seaport, the Kerala, we have that one mega port, that is the Vizhinjam, that is the mother port of that, the India. We have a major port in Cochin that is under that, the major port means that is under that, Shandomar sir is already informed that, under that, what it is called, the control of the Indian Port Trust or the central government. And we have a maritime board. Under the maritime board, we have that 17 non-major ports. Vallarpadam, we have that one container terminal. So Kottayam, we have a dry port, and we have 44 rivers and 34 lakes, and 4 international airports and educated community. Our community is spread to that all over the world. And India, while we are going for to that, we have 7,500 kilometers of the coastal area, 39 coastal states, 13 in the major ports, and 203 non-major ports. And India is every part, if we check that, the every part of that, the India is behind to that developing for the port and shipping industry. When the port and shipping industry is developing, definitely I'll assure that you will get the tremendous employment, business, and high-paid opportunities, not only in Kerala or India and all over the world, because the maritime trade is a part of that, the international trade, and there each and everyone will get that very much opportunities, and its payment also is very high, because most of the case the maritime trade or international trade or international business or international contract or the navigation and everywhere, its currency is calculating either in dollar or in euro. While converting this money to Indian money, we will get a very huge amount. Also, it will give that the tremendous opportunities. You have seen that Radhika Menon from Thrissur, she has got that the Indian Bravery Award. And Indian Maritime Organization also developed, giving much more opportunities for the girls to come to that the maritime sector. The maritime sector will give that the opportunities same as that how that the opportunity is getting for the boys or for the gents, because that we have a misconception. It's a male-dominated industry. It's not unlike this. If you are going to that Maersk, the Maersk or Inkscape, like is that the biggest shipping company, Mediterranean shipping company, Laurel Navigation Company, Delmas, Midas, Hapag-Lloyd, like is that the shipping company, or any part of that there, or if you are going to shipping company, freight forwarding, NVOCC, shipping line, port, customs office, you can see, or law office, or manufacturing companies, or what it is called cold storage, or warehouses, or any logistics sector, you can see many of that the legally educated ladies or girls are working on there. And not only for that, the legal sector, they can work to many other sectors also. So what I would like to, I do not want to take much time, because I do not want to, because morning onwards that everybody is talking about that, the multiple sectors of the law. Okay, while we are entering to that, the maritime law, we need to speak about near around 197 laws a minimum. We need to cover admiralty, we need to cover about the maritime law, carriage of goods, customs act, tariff act, FEMA, like us that it will go to from the registration, from the ship repairing contract, from the finance, related to the marine insurance, related to international labor conventions, like this, many are there. I'm giving that the damn sure that, because this is the experience in my life. I started the career around 25 years back from where in a zero background. Okay, now if I can make I can make my life like this. And my son, he came from that Trivandrum Law Academy. Now he's performing one of the best students in the Gujarat Maritime University. So this is my assurance that, okay, maritime sector will give good bread and butter, good opportunity. And I am requesting that the management, the entire management, and the Nagaraj sir, the Dev sir, Anil sir, and the entire team of that, the what it is called the Trivandrum Law Academy, at the earliest, may please start a maritime college at Trivandrum also. This is the need of the hour. I hope that that will happen in very soon. And at the same time, I'm taking this opportunity to that, giving my sincere thanks to that, what is appreciation to Shantakumar sir also, to building up or managing a university such a great way in Gujarat. Anyway, thanks for one and all, and especially for the Dashina madam and all faculties and other administrative staff, whoever listening me, who are giving their valuable time for listening me, coordinators, students, and everybody, one and all, my sincere thanks and namaste, Nandi.
I express my sincere gratitude to you, sir, for sharing your valuable insights, and we feel privileged and honored to have you on board with us. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow. With utmost sincerity, I extend a warm welcome to Advocate Shalini ma'am, Assistant Professor, Kerala Law Academy Law College, who is a constant support and motivation for this endeavor to deliver vote of thanks to this valedictory session. Ma'am, please.
Thank you, Gauri. Most respected Professor Dr. S. Shantakumar Sir, Director, School of Maritime Law, Policy and Administration, Gujarat Maritime University, Mr. Nanu Vishwanathan Sir, Chief Editor, Maritime Business Bulletin, Chairman, Blue Economy, Maritime Trade and Law, Professor Dr. Ajita Nair Elman, Professor, Kerala Law Academy Law College. Other esteemed dignitaries, faculty members, students, and our valued participants. As we gracefully conclude the 18th International Seminar on Maritime Law, an overview of legal and regulatory framework organized by Kerala Law Academy in association with Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research and IQAC KLA. I come before you with a deep sense of honor and privilege to extend my profound gratitude through this expression of thanks. In this moment of respectful acknowledgement, let us take a pause to pay homage to the late Dr. N. Narayan Nair, Sir. His visionary leadership and unwavering dedication stand as a cornerstone of Law Academy's journey. In honoring his memory, we celebrate not only his accomplishments of the past, but also the enduring impact that resonates through the unwavering commitment of all those who carry forward his legacy within the walls of Kerala Law Academy. In this luminous presence of legal excellence, I extend my deepest appreciation to the distinguished Professor Dr. S. Shandakumar Sir, Director, School of Maritime Law Policy and Administration, Gujarat Maritime University. We are profoundly privileged by the gift of a valuable time and radiance you have brought to this auspicious gathering. Once again, sir, express my deepest appreciation to you. Next, I extend my deepest gratefulness to Mr. Danu Vishwanathan, sir, Chief Editor, Maritime Business Bulletin, Chairman, Blue Economy, Maritime Trade and Law, for lending us the honor of his presence. Sir, your participation is nothing short of a luminous beacon illuminating our event with the brilliance of your legal acumen. Express my gratitude to you, sir. I express my sincere gratitude to the exceptional Professor Dr. Ajita Nair Elman, who welcomed us to this wonderful session. A revered senior faculty member of Kerala Law Academy, whose profound wisdom and guidance have been instrumental in bringing this vision of this event to fruition. Thank you, ma'am. I extend my profound gratitude to Advocate Nagaraj Narayan Sir, Director, Kerala Law Academy, Advocate High Court of Kerala, and the respected member of Bar Council of Kerala. Sir, your steadfast support has been the North Pole, guiding us through the vast seas of academia and legal practice. I offer to you my deepest appreciation, sir. With great admiration and sincere appreciation, I offer my gratitude to Professor Anil Kumar Kesar, Director, Administration, Students and Faculty Affairs, Kerala Law Academy. Sir, your unwavering support and tireless commitment not only set the stage for triumph, but also illuminate the path of all those who strive for excellence within the hallowed halls of our institution. Next, I extend my gratitude to Professor Harindran Kesar, Principal, Kerala Law Academy. Sir, we are inspired by the tendency with which you instill in us the pursuit of greatness. It is an honor to express our deepest gratitude to your unwavering guidance. Thank you, sir. I extend a heartfelt gratitude to Professor Anil Kumar Ji, sir, Vice Principal, Kerala Law Academy. Your unwavering dedication has not only shaped the present successes, but has also sown the seeds for a future brimming with excellence. I'm also privileged to express my deepest appreciation to Dr. Dakshina Saraswati and Advocate Priya M.K., Assistant Professors of Kerala Law Academy, whose guidance and mentorship have proven to be the bedrock of our students' legal acumen. They have not only cultivated legal talents, but also has been the beacon of inspiration, igniting a passion for excellence within our aspiring legal minds. Thank you, teachers, for being the guiding force behind the legal brilliance that has unfolded through this seminar. Without a shadow of doubt, my heartfelt gratitude today extends to the stellar team of student conveners Arya M.A., Nandakishore S., Megha M.L., Lakshmi Ramesh, Roshni, Sharmada, Rishikesh Arnath, and incredible student conveners whose unwavering commitment, enthusiasm, and hard work has not only served as an inspiration but also has been the driving force behind this event's extraordinary success. To all the participants who have joined us from all the parts of the world, I extend my heartfelt appreciation for your unwavering enthusiasm and dedication. Your passion for law and relentless pursuit of knowledge has not only illuminated this event, but has served as a shining beacon for inspiration for all those privileged to witness your involvement. Finally, let us not forget to recognize the invaluable contributions of our esteemed faculty members, dedicated students, tireless teaching and non-teaching staff, and diligent IT and technical teams. Their collaborative efforts have been the bedrock of our achievements, and for this I extend my heartfelt appreciation. In conclusion, it is truly a combined support and unwavering dedication and active participation that has rendered the 18th International Seminar on Maritime Law an overview of legal and regulatory framework, an unforgettable and enlightening experience for all of us. We eagerly anticipate continuing this voyage of legal excellence with your steadfast barking into the world of maritime law. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am, for your sincere expression of gratitude towards the conclusion of this valedictory session. As we conclude this journey of knowledge, let us remember that learning is a lifelong adventure. Embrace curiosity, seek understanding, and let the pursuit of wisdom be a guiding light on your path forward. Thank you for being part of this enlightening experience.
As we near the conclusion of this session, representing Kerala Law Academy Law College, I want to convey my profound thanks to each one of you for participating and remaining with us throughout this gathering. Now, I extend my gratitude to Advocate Nagaraj Narayanan sir, Director, Kerala Law Academy Law College, who has wholeheartedly supported us throughout this journey, and Professor Anil Kumar K. sir, Director, Administration, Students and Faculty Affairs, who has always been a keynote support for all the events conducted by KLA.
With this, we have come to the end of our 18th International Seminar on Maritime Law, an overview of legal and regulatory framework conducted by Kerala Law Academy Law College in association with Center for Advanced Legal Studies and Research and IQAC KLA. Before we conclude this magnificent occasion, I request all of you to rise up for the national anthem. Thank you all. This is Ananda JS
And Gauri Sivi signing off. Thank you.